Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Hopefully that shofar sounding was a little bit easier on your ears. Give me a moment, we'll just pull up the Mishnah for today. So yesterday we looked at the part of the Mishnah. We're studying the first Mishnah in Masechet Rosh Hashanah. And when the Mishnah finally talks about what the first of Tishrei is about, and we looked at all the elements that have to do with the agricultural mitzvot that depend on the turn of the year. The Mishnah also though says that it's Rosh Hashanah Lashanim. It's the Rosh Hashanah for years. What does that mean, Rosh Hashanah for years? In the Gemara they offer a few approaches. One has to do with documents that would be marking the year based on the non-Jewish ruling powers. Okay, that's one approach. One has to do with the Tekufa, which are determining when the different celestial seasons are how they're counted. And then the Gemara says, Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Amar Ladin. This is a Rosh Hashanah for judgment. Dichtiv, as it is written, quoting a pasuk that God is always looking at the land of Israel and the Jews in the land of Israel, telling us that His eye is always upon it. Mereshit Hashanah ve'ad acharit shana, from the beginning of the year until the end of the year. And the rabbinic interpretation is Mereshit Hashanah nidon ma yehe b'sofa, that God is, and this is not the theology of it, right at the beginning of the year, God determines what will be the outcome throughout the year until the end. So there's sort of a day of judgment that sets the course for the year ahead. Now we talk about that God continues to judge, and God continues to alter judgment. It can always be reached for that. But there is a day of the year, at the beginning of the year, when judgment is made for what the experience of the year will be, primarily about produce of the year and surviving what we need to have for survival. Mimai de Tishrei, so okay, that doesn't prove anything. That proves that there's some point of the year which is the day of in which God judges at the beginning of the year. But when is that? How do you know it's Tishrei? Dichtiv, and he now quotes another pasuk, Tik'u b'chodesh shofar b'kesa liyom chagenu. Sound the shofar on the chodesh, on Rosh Chodesh. B'kesa liyom chagenu, on, here's going to be interpreted, kisui is a cover, a covered over holiday. Now just to remind ourselves, holidays of the year, the main holidays are Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuos. Sukkot and Pesach happen at the full moon. Shavuos happens, in the quarter moon. But Rosh Hashanah happens on the new moon, when the moon has just been coming out from under its cover. Ezehu Chag Shachodesh Mitkaseba. What is that holiday where the Rosh Chodesh covers over the holiday? Heavy Omer is the Rosh Hashanah. It must be the first of Tishrei, which the Torah assigns as a holiday, Yom HaZikaron. That must be what we refer to as Rosh Hashanah. Uchtiv, and it's also written, Ki Chok Li Yisrael Hu Mishpat Elohei Yaakov. And it is indeed a statute for Israel that there will be judgment offered for the God of Jacob. So this is the day of judgment for the year. That's how the Gemara establishes, at least one approach, Rosh Hashanah as a day of din. We'll continue our learning of the Mishnah, God willing, tomorrow.